Vietnam proved a terrifying truth. Fast jets couldn't support troops properly. They flew too fast, carried too little, died too easily. 1967. The Air Force launched the AX program. One requirement above all: survive in the deadliest environment, low and slow over the battlefield. Northrop and Fairchild competed. Different philosophies. Same mission. The winner would define close air support for decades. They built the gun first. The A-10 Avenger. 30mm depleted uranium rounds, designed to kill Soviet tanks. Then they built an airplane around it. The cannon next to a car. Same size. 19 feet long. 620 pounds of bullets. 3,900 rounds per minute. Brrrrt. The sound of death. May 10th, 1972. The A-10 flew for the first time. Pilots called it ugly. The Air Force called it exactly what they needed. January 1973. Fairchild Wondle. The A-10 Thunderbolt II was ordered into production. Troops on the ground would finally have a defender. 1,200 pounds of titanium armor wrapped around the pilot like a bathtub. Ground fire bounces off. Pilots come home. Every system duplicated. Hydraulics. Controls. The A-10 can lose an engine, half a tail, part of a wing, and still fly home. The mission stopped Soviet tanks in the Fulda Gap. A-10s would fly low, hit hard, and die if necessary, to give NATO a chance. Pilots called it the Warthog. Ugly. Snout-nosed. Perfect. The name was unofficial. The love for the aircraft was not. Through the 1980s, A-10s practiced for a war that never came. Training. Exercises. Waiting for Soviet tanks that never rolled. August 1990. Saddam invaded Kuwait. A-10s deployed to Saudi Arabia. After 20 years of training, the Warthog would finally fight. January 17th, 1991. Desert Storm. A-10s crossed into Iraq, hunting the world's fourth largest army. They found plenty of targets. Brrrrt. The sound Iraqi tank crews feared. Depleted uranium rounds punching through armor like paper. Tanks burning everywhere. The numbers were staggering. Over 900 tanks, 2,000 vehicles, 1,200 artillery pieces. The Warthog rewrote ground attack history. When the gun wasn't enough, Maverick missiles reached out further. Lock, fire rend, kill the enter. Iraqi armor had nowhere to hide. A-10s came back with holes you could see through. Missing chunks of wing. Engines shot out. They flew anyway. Design validated. 2003. Captain Kim Campbell's A-10 lost all hydraulics. She flew home using manual reversion. The Warthog saved her life. The Air Force tried to retire the A-10 6 times. Every time, Congress said no. The Army said no. The aircraft was too valuable. Ask any soldier. When the Warthog appears, the fight is over. Troops trust the A-10 like nothing else in the inventory. Afghanistan. Mountains instead of deserts. Different war. Same mission. When troops called for help, the Warthog answered. Iraq, 2003. Urban combat, close air support in cities. The A-10 adapted. Still, the aircraft soldiers wanted overhead. When ISIS rose, A-10s answered. Decades old, still deadly. Precision strikes against terrorists. The Warthog doesn't care who you are. The A-10 brought precision. GPS-guided bombs. Modern displays. The 1970s aircraft learned 21st century weapons. Do 24. A-10s still fly. Over 50 years since first flight, the Air Force keeps trying to retire it. The Warthog keeps serving. New wings extended the A-10's life. Aircraft built in the 1970s will fly into the 2040s. The Warthog refuses to die. There's nothing to replace it. F-35 can't loiter like A-10 or can't survive like A-10. Can't Brrrrt like A-10. Nothing can. A-10 pilots, hog drivers, share a special bond. They fly low. They take fire. They save lives. It's more than a job. Maintainers keep the Warthog alive. Patching holes. Replacing parts. These aircraft fly because crews won't let them stay down. That sound. Brrrrt. It's the sound of survival. The sound enemies fear. The sound troops call the sound of freedom. Sandy missions. Combat rescue. When pilots go down, A-10s protect them until rescue arrives. Another role no one else can do. The A-10 variant controlled airstrikes, directing other aircraft onto targets. Command aircraft and Striker in one tile. After 2014, A-10s returned to Europe, deterring Russia. The mission they trained for in the 1980s, suddenly relevant again. Ukraine proved close air support remains vital. Armies still need aircraft that can survive over the battlefield. A-10 philosophy validated. Some A-10s already rest in museums. Retired examples preserved for history. Reminders of what ugly aircraft can achieve. At air shows, the A-10 draws crowds. Not for beauty, for capability. That attack-run demonstration makes believers. Simple is strong. Fewer things to break, easier to fix. The A-10's design philosophy proved right for 50 years. The GAU-8 changed everything. Future aircraft incorporated similar thinking. Big guns, aggressive firepower, purpose-built design. No other country has anything like it. Many wish they did. The A-10 remains uniquely American and uniquely effective. Retirement is finally coming. The 2030s will see the last Warthog fly. But for now, every day is another day of service. When the A-10 goes, a capability gap opens. Nothing else can do what it does. Ground troops will feel the loss. The A-10 became a cultural icon. Video games, movies, shirts, memes die showa. Everyone recognizes the ugly, beautiful Warthog. Brrrr. One sound. Universal recognition. The internet made the A-10 famous in ways designers never imagined. Veterans tell stories. The day the Warthog appeared. The moment tanks died. The time they came home because, tens were there. Combat record. Desert Storm. Afghanistan. Iraq. Syria. Thousands of sorties. Countless lives saved. Record unmatched. The designers never imagined this. 50 years later, their aircraft still flies combat. They built something eternal. For 50 years, the A-10 protected America's sons and daughters on the ground. No mission more sacred. No bond more strong. They called it ugly. But ugly flies. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.